Hello friends! So welcome back to our channel. And today, we will talk about how I wrote blank. So ito pong segment na to or itong episode na to is all about composing, film scoring. So sana yung mga ating mga film students, film friends, or people who want to get into scoring, I hope you get a lot from this. So, and magkukwento lang naman ako about stuff. So, simulan na po natin. Kiko Boksingero was a movie that I scored in 2017. It's directed by Thop Nazareno. Tapos, napagpala po akong manalo doon. Yay! Ng best score sa Cinemalaya. The project came to me via Thop Nazareno, who's the director. He's also a good friend of mine. Dati ko siyang estudyante sa Benilde. Eventually, yun na nga, nakapasok na siya sa Cinemalaya. And he told me, sir, ito na, mayroon na. Even way before the script was written, pinag-uusapan na namin yung konsepto ng kwento, yung puso niya. Kiko Boksingero starts out na a son reconnecting with his father, with his estranged father. Lahat yun yung journey na yun. Tapos, it's about family, ultimately, discovering new things about your family. Ang pinag-usapan lang namin noon was, there was a general sound that he liked. At that time, nahilig siya sa indie folk. Sakto, at that time, I was also producing this up-and-coming artist. Ngayon, medyo sikat na siya, si Rice Lucido. So I also produced her EP. Perfect, kasi at that time, si Rice, yung tunog niya is very indie folk and very wonderful. Yung process namin noon, gumagawa na ako ng mga few studies. Sabi ko, pare, ito ba yung trip mo? Nagustuhan niya. Then I got into Rice. Rice, can you do some hums and stuff for me? So we can make Thop hear it. So we can listen to the main melody lines that I made, the main themes that I made. Tapos kinanta niya yun. Tapos sabi namin, wow. So simula pa lang, pasok na eh. When I score a movie, I would ask about a month and a half or 2. Sana 3. Generous na yung 3. With Kiko, nabigay siya sa akin, I think it was like 3 weeks, which is fine. Kasi, sa akin okay lang sana yun because matagal ko nang kausap si Thop. And sa simula pa lang, alam na namin kung ano yung tunog. So, madali yun. Versus yung halimbawa, bibigay siya 2 weeks, 3 weeks, tapos, ubala ka, hahanapin mo pa lang yung tunog, hahanapin mo pa lang yung puso ng pelikula. Ang hirap nun. My writing process begins with the pre-production, hopefully. But generally, I would break it down into phases. The first phase, I try to get as much information about the story from the director. Babasahin ko muna siya yung script, syempre, and then discuss things with the director para to pick their brains. Ito ba, tama ba yung pagkaintindi ko to? I go for emotional pegs. Ano bang gusto nating maramdaman ng tao? So once natapos na yung mga discussion na yun, I would generally go into phase 2, which is my music studies. So gumagawa na ako ng themes. Gumagawa ako ng experiment on instrumentation, and pabalik-balik yun with the director or producer. So the idea here is gusto kong mapako yun kasi the next phase, step 3, is aantayin ko matapos ngayon yung shoot. Pagdating ngayon sa akin ng rough cut, at least meron na akong bala, meron na akong mga themes. Kumbaga may swatches ka na. So all I have to do is now apply it in the different sections of the movie kung saan siya kailangan. So mas mabilis. Versus yung wala kang ginawang ganun, doon ka pala maghahanap pagdating sa'yo ng pelikula. Mahirap yon kasi mahirap masapul yung pulso ng pelikula eh. And then after nun, generally, so far sa mga projects ko, I also mix the music. So I would render it na how I think it should be rendered, na final render. Then, we will send it back to the picture editor and sometimes dun sa sound design. And then, imimix na along with the film. From there, yun na yun. Nabitawan ko na siya. When I first saw the draft cut, buo na siya eh. Parang ayoko na nga masyadong lagyan kasi it works even without the music. Hindi masyadong intellectual yung basa ko sa kanya. Mas puso eh. The visual storytelling was spot on. It was very clear to the point na, okay, naintindihan ko kung anong gusto nilang mangyari dito. Kaya nung ginawa ko na yung music and then ginawa na namin, talagang halos Lego. Ganun na talaga. Sobrang tight na nung kapit. The elements that really drove my scoring was the emotions. Kasi very emotional movie siya. You have this kid who namatay na nga yung nanay, di ba? tapos trying to reconnect with the dad na hindi niya naman talaga kilala. So when I got it, the first thing I did was to plot it down. Ano yung emotional map niya? Akit siya, bababa siya, akit siya, bababa siya. Ano yung peak ng pinakamasaya siya? Ano yung pinakababa? Ang ganda kasi sakto sa kwento Kasi ganun, yung emotional plot niya is reflected talaga dun sa film. Hindi yung pinilit mo kasi sometimes when you score, may mga parts na gusto mong pilitin Or minsan kulang, so kailangan lagyan ng music para dagdagan. Ito hindi, talagang perfect adequate siya. So I had two basic themes. The first theme was the loneliness. Yun yung kinakanta ni Rice na pag nalulungkot siya, yun yung music. Sakto, kasi nanay nga niya yung namatay. So parang nanay niya yung humuhuni, parang gano'n, parang boses ni Rice yung nanay, parang gano'n, parang nararamdaman niya yung hinayakap siya, sinusubaybayan siya, ganyan. It also helped na si Noel, yung artista, may record deal siya with MCA. So they also gave us a theme song and I was allowed to play with that, yung chorus nung kanta. I would use that. So pag masaya siya, yun yung ginagamit namin. Yun yung theme na ginagamit namin. So binasag ko lang yun para maging scoring yung approach, hindi yung theme song. So yun yung pinagkakapitan ko. Yung laban nung loneliness and finding himself na he's coming out of his shell, he's discovering who he is, discovering who his family is. The theme or the motive for the music came really fast. Kasi I was inspired with what I was seeing, with what I was watching. Or sometimes I would read the script, may melody na pumapasok sa isip ko. Of course, alam ko naman na later talagang i-modify mo yan sa pelikula. And it was pretty fast. Temp scores are kind of good. Sometimes it helps guide you. I was lucky enough na hindi ako binigyan ng thought ng temp score. Binibigyan lang ako ng general idea, direction of the genre, of the style. Pero ayaw niya yung binabasag. Kasi that's one thing I really like about Top. Sabi nga niya, kaya nga kayo kinukuha ko kasi kayo mas nakakaalam dyan. When I'm working with themes, with motifs, I would start with something really simple. 3, 4, 5 note ideas. And then slowly nag-mutate siya. So if you've seen our video on themes and variations, a musical structure, it's one way I do it. I have this theme, and I would just variate it and play around with it until I get to the final theme, the final form. Minsan, nangyayari din, pag tinamahan ka talaga, boom, yun na yun. Minsan, hindi. It takes more time for me to get through the whole thing. So, pagka ganon, this is where the technicality of music comes in. You have to know how to variate things, how to change things here and there, anong i-change mo. In this case, because the movie was very simple, straightforward, and very emotional. Kasi simple yung kwento, simple yung emosyon, diretso. Wala lang palabok masyado. So, ganun. You get a motif. Sometimes it comes easy, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't come easy, you experiment, you play around with it. Scoring a movie, for me, is personal and emotional. Yung dialogue, ito yung kakapitan ng mga tao sa story sometimes. So, ayun yung reality ng brain. And then, the sound effects, it gives you the reality of that world. Sometimes it's the sound that breaks the fourth wall and dun ka napapaisip ng, okay, totoo yung napapanood ko. And sometimes you get lost, nakala mo yung pinapanood mo, absorb ka na. And then finally, you have the music. And for me, music is the inner truth, the emotional truth of a score. So for example, the words can go like, yes, I love you, pero yung music malungkot na pala or something like that. So alam mo, nagsisinungaling siya. So sa akin, a musical score works pag na-achieve niya yung ganun. I mean, of course, film music has more functions, not just that. Sometimes you can use it to excite what's already there. You can also add something to a performance. Maybe may pagkukulang sa performance ng actor. So sometimes I would ask also, ano ba yung lagline ng pelikula? And how can my music enhance that or help that? So if it's not adding to that, I prefer not to put music at all. So, sa akin, ultimately, part of the storytelling ka. Hindi ka lang accessory na music para may naririnig. My working relationship with Thop is a very wonderful experience. He trusts me. Of course, he has his directions just to, guide things a bit. But in terms of freedom, he just lets me do whatever. As long as it's in line dun sa direction kung saan papunta yung pelikula. One of the challenges that I have, and not just in Kiko, but in all of the because I am a freelance guy who has, my own gear stuff. Limited ako when I need live musicians. So for example, I'm not a guitar player, but I had to make guitar parts for Kiko Boksingero. And I'm lucky and fortunate enough that one of the best guitar players in the country, Chad Robles, that's my main man right there. So what I would do is, I would map out the guitar parts. I would play it. I would play the guitar parts. The melody, the part na pare, ganyan. And then he would study that, learn that. And then, ito ba? And sometimes he would add, pare, mas ganito ang gagawin ng gitarista, or mas ganito. And I really appreciate that. Mas open ako sa ganun. When I get people to work with me, I also listen to their ideas because they're the experts in their instrument. So that's one way I go over my technical limitation. You get people that can help you out. And there's a lot of people that can help you out. My favorite part of the whole process in this movie, in Kiko, was when we started doing the mix. Tapos you're seeing it in a cinema-like environment. So we had the music there, linagyan namin, then linatag. And then we would watch it. Minsan, milliseconds lang yung inusog, para yung pasok, saktong-sakto lang. Bam! Pare, sobrang, yeah! Yung mararamdaman namin lahat sa kwarto. Pag masaya siya, yeah! Tapos pag malungkot siya, parang, makikita mo, pagtingin mo sa kabilang, may lumulungan, parang, that works. And the fun thing there was, it was Top's first feature film na talagang, wow. Kaya I was so happy that he is happy. I'm happy when my director is happy. So, yun. Most favorite scene from Kiko, in terms of the scoring, the decision that I made, was may hinahanap siyang tao. Unfortunately, wala na yung tao na yun doon. Kasama niya yung isa pang special person, hindi ko sasabihin, special person sa buhay niya, na doon yung na-realize na yung pala yung totoong pamilya niya, na yung taong yun nandoon sa kanya all this time. Nagyakap sila, and the first yung shot medyo tight, close up. Tapos palayo ng palayo. And then you see the vista of yung mga bundok, yung ilaw sa Baguio. Basta napakaganda. And it felt so sad. And I'm proud of that because I made a decision talaga na hindi ko lalagyan ng music yun. Yun yung example lang, learning to use silence. From start of yung dun sa pinuntahan niyang place, hinahanap niya yung taong hinahanap niya. Bumaba sila ng gano'n, tapos distract. Tapos bigla siyang tumigil ng gano'n. Tapos hinakap siya ng special person na yun. Tapos biglang sa dulo, dun lang siya umiyak. Doon lang siya lumuha. And then, bam! Doon pumasok yung theme ulit ng nanay. Parang yung feeling yung buong audience na yung parang ginayakap mo na rin si Kiko na parang, oh, okay lang yan, andito ako. Ganun na yung pakiramdam niya. For this project, for this film, I would not choose anything to do differently. When I work, I strive to get that kind of feeling. Now that I know what it feels like to be in that kind of level of engagement and craft, I always look for that magical moment, or I strive to work for it. It's not something naman na parang dumarating lang sa'yo eh. I think it's also something that you create, and as long as you create those conditions for yourself para lumabas yung moment na yon, it will keep coming back. Film scorers, composers, or any music guy, alam nyo guys, just do it. Sundan nyo yung puso nyo, sundan nyo yung isip nyo. Sabi nga sa akin ng tatay ko, you have to be happy with what you do first. Because when you're happy with what you do, excellence follows because you'll just keep on doing it and you just keep getting better. You find your own voice, you find your own style, you find your own way. And when you're excellent, money will follow. Because now you can actually sell yourself to clients because you know you can deliver. That's it.
Thank you for watching this episode. If you like this video, click like and share with your film-loving friends. Hit the subscribe and notification bell for more videos here on Keyboard Kung Fu with me, Pepe Manikan. Keep on making music.